This wasn't a debate. It was a credibility detonation inside the Senate chamber. One claim, one correction, and a political firestorm that escalated in seconds. Inside Parliament, Senator James Paterson stepped forward and challenged a sweeping spending accusation aimed at Australia's past governments. What looked like a routine question quickly turned into a pressure test of facts, memory, and authority. Then came the moment everything shifted. Finance Minister Katy Gallagher was forced into a correction, a mix-up of former prime ministers that instantly cracked the tone of the chamber. From that point on, it stopped being policy. It became survival under scrutiny. Numbers versus narrative, order versus chaos, truth versus damage control. And in politics, once the correction becomes the headline, the argument is already half lost.
I was relying on.
Please resume your seat. Senator Paterson.
Really relevant. To assist the minister, I can table the mid-year fiscal...
No, Senator Paterson, resume your seat. Resume your seat. Order. If you want to do something different, you seek leave, Minister.
What's your take on this heated exchange? Who made the strongest point? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the conversation below.
And also, you interrupted the Minister. Minister Gallagher, do you wish to continue?
Yes, I'm happy to continue.
Release Ned.
Thank you. I was responding to claims that have been made by people in this place around the level of spending. And there have been times where it has exceeded the level it is now, and those opposite failed to recognise that. Now, this government has taken responsible decisions around spending. We have made savings to the budget. We have contained spending growth, despite periods of time that we're going through now where there is pressures on the budget coming from areas like defence, NDIS, healthcare, aged care, all coming at the budget, that we have managed to responsibly manage the budget, find savings where we can, and return money to budget for budget repair to pay down the Liberal debt that we inherited, and to make sure that we are finding room for the investments that the Australian people rely upon. That is responsible budget management. I'm proud to be a member of a government that takes the approach we have, not the slash and burn approach that those opposite like to refer to, or the savings that they sought in the election campaign, but a responsible approach that seeks to ensure that services are funded appropriately while managing the budget appropriately as well.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Paterson, first supplementary.
Thanks, President. Can I seek leave to table the mid-year and economic fiscal outlook from the Departments of Treasury and Finance, which have the historical Australian government data
thank you, Senator Paterson. So you simply ask to seek leave? Because you were asking me a question.
I am,
so,
yes.
Okay, is leave granted?
They're government documents. You don't need to table them. This is, in an effort to distract from his involvement in leadership shenanigans. He's now trying to create. He's now trying to create a stance. But we all know who you are.
Resume your seat. Resume your seat. I will ask again, Senator Paterson, if leave is granted. Is leave granted? Is leave granted for documents to be tabled? If there's no objection, So,
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Paterson. Senator Paterson, first supplementary.
Your first supplementary. Thank you, President. Minister, in the most recent financial year, government spending was 26.2% of GDP. Can you name a single financial year in which the Howard government spent more?
Thank you, Senator Paterson.
Thank you. And President, sorry, I've just been trying to get some advice. My comments yesterday, I do need to correct the record. My comments should have said the Morrison government, not the Howard government. Well, no.
Order.
What just unfolded in the Senate was not a normal exchange. It was a full-blown collapse of control over a basic economic claim. James Paterson directly challenged Finance Minister Katy Gallagher over her statement that the Howard government was the highest spending government, and within minutes, the entire claim began to unravel under pressure. The moment tension spiked, Gallagher was forced into an uncomfortable admission, acknowledging she had mixed up former Prime Ministers Howard and Morrison. That single correction instantly shifted the tone of the chamber. But instead of stopping there, Paterson pressed harder, demanding clarity using official spending figures, forcing the debate away from rhetoric and back to raw numbers. And that's when things escalated. Gallagher attempted to recover by reframing the argument, shifting toward broader economic messaging about responsible spending, budget pressures, and opposition policies. But critics argue this pivot avoided directly locking in the original claim she made. Inside the chamber, interruptions, points of order, and procedural clashes turned the exchange into controlled chaos, with repeated calls for order as both sides battled over who was actually misleading whom. Then came the correction moment that set everything ablaze. Gallagher clarified that it was the Morrison government, not Howard, she was referring to, calling it an error and stating she had corrected the record. While she insisted the substance of her argument remained valid, the damage in political perception was already done. From there, Paterson doubled down again, questioning why such a fundamental statistical claim about Australian government spending was made incorrectly in the first place, escalating scrutiny over credibility and competence. Gallagher responded by defending overall fiscal management, arguing the government had contained spending growth while handling pressures from health, defense, NDIS, and aged care, framing it as responsible governance rather than misrepresentation. But the defining takeaway from this clash isn't just about spending figures. It's about how quickly a technical claim can turn into a political flashpoint when even a small factual slip forces a minister into correction under pressure, and how that correction becomes the headline moment of the entire debate. Because once the chamber moved from policy discussion to who got the facts wrong, the entire narrative shifted. And in politics, that shift is often everything.